and welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Buying and Trying. This is our series where we talk about new products, try to do all new products that we've just bought during a beauty haul. And we do a full look with it, and we try to come up with a coherent look. And we test out products and see how they're going to go. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And on this lonely, cold Friday night, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a buying and trying, our second episode of buying and trying, and see if we can't use some of the new things that we just bought in this previous beauty haul that we just did. So here I am. So we got a few new things that I really want to try and see how they work. They're it's a variety of things for different places. So, and some of these things I bought like a minute ago, and I'm just getting around to using it. I bought it and then like probably used it once and didn't think twice about it. But now that I'm doing this, I'm kind of wanting to go through and give it a really good test and see how it works. So that's the aim of the episode today. And as you can see, I'm trying to, because the look that we're going to go for is really centered around the eyes. And so the color of the eyeshadow that I am testing out is more of like a copper color. And so I was like, oh, all right, well, we'll do a cute little 70s look with this copper color eyeshadow. So everything around that, my jewelry, my look is based on that. Special note, these earrings, I bought them when I was in, I want to say the 7th grade. So that was roughly 32 years ago. And I kept them. I do wear them every so often. It's a cascade of peace signs is what they are. These earrings, yes, are 30, I know at least 32 years old because I bought them when I was in middle school. And this scarf is even older than that because my aunt bought this scarf many, many years ago. And when she died, I inherited it. And so I wear it as a hair scarf. I guess it could be like a neck scarf or whatever, but I wanted to wear it as a hair scarf. So, yeah, that's kind of the look today. I'm fixing to let this wig go at some point. I don't know when, but it's time to let her go. I have another one, and I just haven't pulled the new one out. This one, I'm trying to save that one for special occasions. Let's call it that. So that's why I haven't. I've kind of been holding on to this wig, to use. But it's time to let her go. It is. So let's get started on this makeup. I'm excited. Now to do the eyes, we're gonna kind of sort of start with the eyes, because I want to let this have time to dry. I'm trying to figure out which color do I want to use. I guess I'll use this one. So we're gonna use for the eyes. We're gonna use the ColourPop Party Proof eye primer. Now, this isn't super expensive. I bought 3 of these. I have this one is the shade Caramel, and that's the one we're going to use today. Because I've only used this maybe once, maybe twice. And I have 2 other shades. I have Deep and I have Translucent. I like this primer. I don't use it often. I very seldom use it, but from the once or twice that I used it, it was fine. And I did wear it the other day when I did the breakdown. It's more of like a putty. It's not liquidy, if you will. So as you can see, this is what it looks like in this shade. But it's not a liquid. It's very putty like, kind of almost like a clay, almost. So I bought this back in the summertime. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on my eyes. Wow, that's a lot. Like crap, that's a lot. I'm going to take some of this excess in a second and put it on the other eye. So that I don't over apply this. Now, that said, even though it's not really a liquid, it does have to dry down. And it does dry down, and it's fairly quick drying. So I'm not sure what exactly the consistency is here, but it is not liquid. This is not like the Urban Decay or the Juvia's Place that I use. Very affordable. It's probably like, it really wasn't expensive, and I got this off of Amazon because I've never seen it in a store. I've never been in an Ulta and seen this, so I ordered it. I remember ordering this off of Amazon because I was very, very surprised to find it on Amazon. I was looking for something else ColourPop, and I was like, oh, hey, look. That looks like primer for what? And it's like eye primer, and I was like, oh. So, and I am looking at my Barbie mirror as I'm doing this. So like I say, I did not know they made an eye primer until I happened to be looking for something else, probably a shadow stick, probably. And that's how I would have wound up on an eye something or another. And so I really, really don't mind it. I'm used to liquids though, so bear with me here. Try not to. I'm probably gonna have to touch this with my finger, and I don't really want to do that. But actually, I might use a tool. I think I'm gonna use a tool. Let me put my thing up here. I'm quickly running out of space here. I did a little bit of reorganization of the kit, and your girl is running out of space. Quickly running out of space. Matter of fact, I found a little tool in my little tools. I'm gonna use one of these little tools real quick. Because this eyeshadow is not going to be, I don't need to use a tool for this eyeshadow that I'm fixing to put on. But this one is missing a tip on the end. So I'll just go ahead and use this one real quick to spread this out on my eye. Clean that up a little bit. Spread her out and get her ready and prepped so she can dry down the way she is. And I need to hurry up. Because like I say, this is very quick drying. And it will dry and lock in place. That is one thing I noticed about it. It does not move. It is very good in that it does not move, and it does keep your makeup in place. And it does last long. From the few little times I've used this party primer, it is, and see, it's drying down. You could barely see it on there now, as opposed to when I first put it on. You can barely see it. But yeah. So of course, while we're doing that, let's get the under eye done. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Mr. Soft Pencil Junior here to do my under eye. While I'm waiting for that to fully dry down on my eye. I did not get any other under eye liner, so there's that. But I'm very excited about the products I bought. Very excited. Okay. That's a thick line, but I'm going for thick line today. Okay, and then tomorrow I'm going to film my normal episode for the main series, and we will come up with something. We'll come up with something. That's pretty. Well, look how that black turned out. Okay, Mr. Soft Pencil Junior, you kind of showed out there. You kind of showed out there, sir. All right. Now, pretty sure this is dry. I'm trying to touch it to see. Yeah, that is dry. All right. So, I want to see if I got I need a copper pencil. I don't really have one. I don't really have a copper colored pencil. Okay. Let me reach off camera for a second here. And so I'm gonna use this Ruby Kisses 24-hour eyeliner in gold. Well, actually, I'm actually not gonna use that. I'm going to use, let me stick this back in the kit. I'm going to use Wildcat. And I'll do it over the eye. Okay, so I'm going to do a pinup eye with this. But I'm going to use Wildcat to cut my crease. Because it is a soft gold. It is not a strong gold. And that Ruby Kisses gold that I was fixing to use is actually a very strong gold. It will show up and it will dominate with the gold. This will not. And as you can see, it is not. It's barely visible. And that's kind of what I want here, because I really want the eyeshadow to be the main dude, as it were. I want it to be the main dude, the main character here. Give some main character energy for once. Okay. 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 So as y'all can see, you can see it. It's there. It's just, it's not super loud, as it were. All right. So we are going to go ahead and do, instead of doing the over the eye lash line first, we're going to put on this color. Now, what we're going to do, this is the Danessa Myricks. That, by the way, and before I do this, this is, when I said Wildcat, this is the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Wildcat. So this is the Danessa Myricks ColorFix Stix Duo, and this is shade 3. This is, so we're going to use both of them. Usually y'all just see me do one, but we're going to use both to do the top part of the eye here. This is Duo 3, which is, one is Solar Flare. That is the metallic. That is going to be our base. And then the foil is Lunar Veil. This is going to be the topper. And I say that both of these, they very much remind me of copper. So that's why I was thinking a copper look. So we have to start with, as I learned and I taught myself here with a little bit of researching, you start with, if you're going to use both of these in this duo, you start with the metallic side. And this is the metallic. Now, it says all of this. It tells you that it's the metallic. So you can see it here. Okay. And then it tells you what the shade is here. All right. So let's start. As you can see, this has not been opened yet and used. I actually swatched them, but I haven't like used it. Okay. So let's start with this bad boy. I'm very excited. All right, so I'm looking down in this Barbie mirror to kind of get an idea of where I want to start and get her going. This is really pretty on my eye already. And it does have a cooling sensation to it. Because when I was putting this together, I immediately thought, ooh, I want to do a 70s bold copper look on my eyes. Trying to be kind of gingerly here, but to be able to come back in and do the black up underneath there. So, all right, that's one eye. And then we're going to go ahead and do this eye. Okay. Now, I really like how this metallic is sitting on my eyes. I do. I really like this. This is pretty. It really does look like a copper penny. It's very copper. Trying to get as close to the line without going over here. Up at the top with my crease cut. But I also fill it in. Okay. Might have to come back in and fill in later. Might have to push it up a little bit and play with it a little bit there. Now, as I was told, you're supposed to put the little cap back on so that it stays fresh, I guess. I was like, I didn't know that because I threw away the caps on the other ones. I didn't know that. I learned that watching, and I was like, crap. All right. Now for the second piece of this is now going to be the foil. And this is the shade Lunar Veil. Now, this is super gold also. This is like a gold, but it's also copper, because when I swatched it, it came out as copper. So this is going to go on top of that part. Ooh, pretty. That's very pretty. It's very glittery, I guess. That's the easiest way to describe this, because the other ones are super glittery too. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And clean it up later. Just so I can get close enough. Because I kind of covered up my gold a little bit. Can always draw it back, so I really want to. Okay. Probably really should have drawn the black first. But can't stop me now. I kind of already am committed to doing this. Kind of already committed. I mean, that's really pretty. That is really, really pretty. Ooh, I dropped it. Oh well. It'll be all right. All right. Now, I kind of made a mess of my eyes there, but ain't nothing that can't be cleaned up. All right. So, let me get something before this dries, which means we got to hurry up here, because this does dry fairly fast. So I got another little tool, and we're going to clean this up just a tad bit. Especially on this eye first, because this is the one we already started, and it's kind of dry. It's already trying to dry a little bit. Because I cannot move this right here. Not well. Like I got to press down on it to try to kind of clean that up in the corner. Okay, yeah. I had to kind of scrape that with my nail. So, there is that. But see, this is already dry. Now, it says very little fallout, which I'm very pleased with. Very, very little fallout. That's kind of liquidy still. So I can still kind of move that around a little bit. It's a little liquidy. This would be perfect if we were going to do like a solid gold type of glam look for going out. And I may just do that. But yes, a little bit goes a long way here. Trying to get this down into the corner of my eye, but cleanly down into the corner of my eye. Okay. Now I wish y'all could see this in person because this is super golden, golden, coppery glitter something. It's a lot of something. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw my black over my lash line. This is the BFF cream gel liner in the shade Swerve. So let's see if we can get that black on here without screwing up the gold and the copper color. Now the beauty is I didn't have to use those two together. I could have done something else. With these ColorFix duos, you can mix and match. And I like that. So let's draw the wing. Connect it underneath there. Okay. Ooh, y'all see that? That's gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. Filling that eye a little bit. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I like that. I like that, y'all. I really like that. Let's see if we can duplicate it on the other eye. Now see, and that's a big flake, I guess. And that's fine. I mean, I can kind of sort of move it, but once that dried down, that became like it's like a it's not a, I'm gonna say it's not a paste because it's really not paste. It is more like this is dried down and become a foil, I guess, on my eye, and that ain't moving. So I have to give her that. Once that dries, you see how fast that dried. It ain't moving. If I'm messing around in here, it'll move, but I gotta scrape and I gotta drag. Now this cream gel liner is good. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It is very good. But it is giving me a little resistance, and I think that's because of the primer, not the cream gel liner itself. Okay. Ooh, I like how that turned out. Okay. Yeah, that turned out real nice. I'm trying not to play with this wing too much, but I like how that turned out. Okay. In my disco era. Never mind that I'm not a disco kid. I am an 80s kid. I was very, very thankfully born in 1981. And so I just miss disco. Disco was a thing. But my mom used to go to disco. And she really probably liked this eye look too. She would have liked it. She was like, ooh, okay, girl, I see what you're doing with them eyes. So, all right. We're going to do mascara, and then we're finished with the eyes. And y'all know, normally I start with my face, but I'm trying to see and make sure I didn't get anything in my eye here. I didn't. That's just a shadow in my eye. Okay. All right. So, let's do mascara. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to use, because I haven't been using this bad boy for a minute. This is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara Primer. And y'all know how much I love the Essence Primer. I've been using the other one. Also, I learned too from watching one of my favorite makeup artists, Robert Welsh. Do not pump, twist. if you're trying to get a little bit more product on the wand, twist. Do not pump it. Because all you're doing is adding air back into it. And yeah, it's going to dry it out faster. So, I learned something new. So I'm applying this to my lashes. And then we're going to use this very seldom used mascara that I forgot I even bought. I used it once and it was So I'm going to try to give it another try. One more try. As y'all can see, this makes my lashes very visible. Makes them very visible. Thank goodness for happy accidents, because that is how I discovered lash primer. So, back when I first got back into doing makeup, I started using the Essence Lash Princess mascara. And so I went to go buy some at Ulta one night. Got up in the Ulta. So let me see what's going on in here. See what I can find. Went to go buy some and I picked this up. And I was like, I get this. This must be another one of theirs that I haven't used yet. And so I got home. She rang it up. Lady rang it up. I get home. Processing the makeup that I just bought. And I look at the tube again and I'm like, this ain't no mascara. Like, I made that face the whole time. I was like, this ain't no mascara. I was like, lash primer, what is this? Crap, what did I pick up? So then I read it and I was like, oh, this goes on. You can put that on before you put mascara on? Oh, word. So I tried it. And y'all, I mean, it was life-changing. I was like, wow, I see a difference. I definitely see the difference. So, yeah, I've used it ever since. It's very good. And I like this. There are other lash primers, but I like both of the Essence. And the way I got into the second one was because I went to go buy another one of this and couldn't find, they didn't have it at that specific Ulta, which is one of the reasons why I don't like going in there. But I said, well, let me get this other one then. Super volume with super fruits is ridiculous. So that's lash primer. All right. So now, then I bought this randomly. I bought this very randomly. Almay Volume and Conditioning Mascara. That's this. Almay is drugstore. It is. I had some makeup remover pads from them. And they were all right. They were a little too greasy for my liking. But I bought this randomly probably in like June. And yes, I know it's well beyond 3 months, y'all. I'm well aware. But, like I say, I only opened it probably once. I think I used it once. So, that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and do this and see what we get with it. Because maybe, just maybe, it'll do a little bit better here. I feel like I don't have anything on this wand because it's really not taking away the lash primer. I can't really tell if I'm getting anything out of this. Alright, so I got to look in the magnification part for just a second here to see if I can get, am I in fact getting this on this lash? I look like I got volume though. I did notice my eyelashes are very healthy looking right now. Last night when I took off makeup. They look very, very, very healthy right now. And full. So I got something. Probably helps that I have not snatched out my eyelashes too much. And I've been trying to be very careful and very good about not screwing it up. Some more of my flakes. That is definitely dried down, but it is a big old flake. Oh. Oh, where did that come off? I got a bunch of glitter on my finger. I wonder where that came from. I mean, I'm trying to look to see, is it a piece on my eye that I messed up? I don't think it is. I don't think I did that. Huh. Maybe that's just me being clumsy and getting it everywhere. But all right. I mean, it's not really giving me dramatic false lash here, so it's all right. I'm having to do a lot of work here. And you would think it would with this brush. I also don't feel like I'm getting a lot of product on here. I don't feel like I'm getting product on here because I don't feel like it's on my lashes. See, I mean, I can still see white on my lashes, y'all. That's why I'm like, did I get enough on here? Like, what is happening? Maybe I just didn't get the tips or something. I don't know what's happening here. So we might have to do a little supplementing here. I'm trying to stay in frame here so you guys can see. Okay. I'm twisting, not pumping. That's a hard habit to break, but I'm so glad I was paying attention when he was talking the other day, and I was listening, and I was like, what? Don't pump it, twist it. What? I've been doing that the whole time, and I've been doing it wrong. No. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. All right, I can tell I'm getting it on the lash because the white is disappearing. As y'all can see, this white is disappearing. Okay. I mean, it's kind of still there, though. Oh, this needs some help. This needs some help. Because it's acting like I am not putting mascara on, though I can see it. I can see it in the magnification, but not necessarily in the regular mirror here. I can't really tell if that's now I can't tell if I got it on this black, and that's why it's not. Yeah, that mascara is kind of let me help that along a little bit. Reaching off camera. This is going to be the sculpted volume. Twisting. Let's try to help this along a little bit while this is still wet. Now see, immediately when I put this on, I got product on my lashes. Trying not to touch the bridge of my nose and or, oh crap, that's too much. Crap. Okay. I put too much on. And it was on the inside of my lid, which it should not be there. It was underneath when it should not be there. Underneath the lash line. Y'all can see, I know y'all can see that. There's a very black space there. That was a crap. That's too much. Okay. Now, that's a lot of volume. Alright, so yeah, as soon as I put this on, you can immediately see it on the lashes. And it's giving volume. I very seldom use this one, so this is actually why I picked this too. Also, I don't need dramatic false lash effect right now because I have the black line over the line there. So I don't really need that false lash effect. You're not going to see it. I mean, it's kind of sort of doing it anyway, but you're really not going to see it. Let's see if I can get a little closer with the magnification side. It really does. This magnification side really does come in handy when I'm doing mascara and trying to judge if I have it on or not. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Alright, I know I did that wing and I'm going to put face primer on, which was kind of dumb on my part, but it'll be alright. Can always be redrawn if I have to. Alright. So my eyes are done. And this will dry pretty fast. Now, because I really shouldn't have drawn that wing right about then. I'm going to have to come back and redraw this wing. Because what I'm fixing to do is cover it up. So, there's that. Alright, so, eyes are done. So, let's worry about this face. So, I got a new primer. I got 2 new primers, but this is the one I really want to try because Mr. Nessamyrix. So, this is the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum, Mattifying and Priming Face Serum. And this is by Nessamyrix Beauty. Super excited because Nessamyrix. It says, do not shake, just tap bottom. And I'm like, oh, all right. I kept the instructions on here when I opened this up and I unboxed it in the beauty haul because I was like, there's no way I was not going to remember that. So there's no way I was going to remember that. So I kept those instructions on here. And it says tap here. And I'm like, tap here? What do you mean? So you screw the top off here. I've already taken my rings off. Now this is liquid. This is very liquid. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get this on my face. Because I'm like, wait. Do I do it on the back of my hand, maybe? Yeah, because this is very liquid. Ooh. This is very, very liquid. It's water. Like it says water powder serum. So, let's maybe do it like that. See, I have a drop already. That drop just came out, so I don't know. Okay. And see, I pressed it. Oh, I see the little pressing part that they're talking about. Okay. I don't feel like I need a lot of it. Because see where it says press here, where my finger is? When I press in, it's a pressed, you can press it in. So. Ooh. I'm probably doing this the hard way, but I'm special like that. Okay. Y'all see me doing this on camera. This is my first time using this, so I don't know. I gotta maybe watch somebody do this, and then I get the hang of this real well. It is, in fact, supposed to be primer, so. Wow. Jesus, I got a little on my chin. I don't want it in my mouth. Oh. Okay. So I assume I just rub it in. like that. Okay, because I didn't want it in my mouth. Okay. And then, because I don't want it to drip, also don't want it to drip down my face. All right. Like I said, I've never used this, and I assume this is what I'm supposed to do. Rub it in with my fingers. I assume. Like this. Get it on my nose. And around. I feel like I got enough on, but I did, y'all see I did a few little drops, so. Is it blurring though? I assume it's blurring. I mean, now this feels good on my face. It feels wet. It's very wet feeling. Because it's liquid. But as it's drying down, because it is drying as I'm doing this, it's kind of almost got a little tacky feel to it. So I'm not sure. Maybe this is, I don't know. Like I said, I remember I read the directions. Let's see if I can get. I don't know if I got enough on my forehead up here. Okay. Because I don't feel like I got enough on the forehead. So let's rub that in. And on the side over here, because I don't think I got this side very well. But yeah, it's got a very tacky feeling. Now, as it was drying, now it feels a little bit softer. Interesting. Okay. Because this side is now got to dry, and this has to dry also. But yeah, that doesn't. That feels good. Once it starts drying down, I've noticed it's not it's not a tacky feeling anymore. And now, yeah, see up here now it's starting to dry down and it's a little less tacky, but see if I can get it here in the center. Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch some videos about how to use that. Okay, ma'am. Mr. Nessa. I know she like, girl, you're not using it right. I know she like, girl, you're not using it right. Stop it. But I'm very, very excited to use it. Y'all know on this channel we love Danessa Myricks. I got Danessa Myricks on my eyes right now. So, and I know she is not budget beauty, but, just hear me out. We amended our scope. We will include Danessa Myricks. She is the occasional splurge. She's the occasional splurge. So, and she is the only high end that I splurge for, other than say Fenty. Now, y'all, I swear, Fenty try to act like they ain't high end, but they are, but they not, because Fenty. I went to go look at the price of this Fenty and that I got, and the Fenty stick that I was using, that I used the other day, that thing retails for like $29. I was like, excuse me? It's either $26 or $29. I was like, for a shadow stick? Fenty. So, but I got that stick at either TJ Maxx or Marshall's for like $8, maybe 10. So yeah, okay. But I was like, Fenty. No, ma'am. I'm like, Rihanna, stop playing with people. Stop it. I mean, it's great though. I did like the gold. I did. It's really pretty. But I was like, Not for $29 is not for a shadow stick. We not. Janessa Myers, I'm getting this kind of result. Yes, I will throw down $38 for a double-ended stick that's doing this. Okay, I will. I promise. I will. I will. I will. All right. So my face is now very soft. This is very, very soft. Um, Everywhere I put primer, which is pretty much everywhere. So we're now ready for foundation. So for the foundation, so we did get the foundation in the correct color, and we're gonna use it. So we're gonna use this ColorPop because this is the correct one. This is dark 20. So the shade dark 20. This is the ColorPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Foundation Balm. And y'all know how much I rave about the Pretty Fresh foundation dark 157W. That is the shade that I use in the ColorPop. But this really good. I figured out that this was the right shade, and I tested it, and it was a perfect match. So we're gonna do it again. So see, look at that, perfect match. And I don't really want to do under my eye. I also learned that too. You don't need to put foundation under your eye. Because you can just put concealer under there and it will brighten it up. And I will do that. Because I started out doing that back in the day. I did not wear foundation. I started using with concealer. And then started using foundation. Okay. Now I did kind of put it there, but it's fine. We'll do the concealer under there. Not that I particularly need it. I really don't. But as y'all can see, that's a perfect match. Very, very pleased. And y'all know how much I love ColorPop. So let me grab. I'm actually gonna use a blending sponge today instead of using my brushes. I'm gonna use a blending sponge because I haven't used one in a minute. So let's see if we can't blend her out. I do like the sponge. I like both. I really do. Gosh, that was itchy. As I'm trying to do this. It is full coverage. I'm trying to avoid my direct under eye. Also because, like I say, we didn't put that darn wing out there. We kind of don't want to cover that up. So I'm looking at my Barbie mirror to do this. And I am going to do concealer up underneath there. Since I didn't directly put anything there. Now, I feel like now with a sponge, this takes forever. I feel like this is taking forever. And y'all know I just started out doing this with a sponge. I mean, this is a perfect match for me. God dang it. I did great in color matching this the second time. Because I looked at it and I was like, that looks like the right color. And then got it the first time and it was like, no, this is not the right color. It's too light. So, yeah. But I really like this foundation balm. This is actually really, really good. Trying to beat this real good. So I don't have to put more foundation on, and I don't have to put concealer anywhere. Except under my eyes. I'm trying to get this nose. Yeah, that's a really good. That's a really good. I'm so used to doing it under my eye that I'm automatically just going up underneath there and doing it. Just kind of defeating the purpose of not putting it there. Okay, underneath this chin and these lips. Okay, gorgeous. Y'all, it don't even look like I put any foundation on, really. It really doesn't look like it. I also did a bang up job blending this out, but that doesn't even look like I put foundation on, and I know I did. All right, so let's put a little bit of concealer on underneath. Trying to figure out what I did with my concealers because I moved everything around. Oh, concealers and foundation are not in the same spot. Forgive me for a second. We're gonna use, this is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. It's in the shade J7. Now this matches me. It really should be about 2 shades lighter, but this is not. It's about 1 shade lighter. Okay. Kind of need to put some right there. A little bit right there. I'll let my beauty mark stand here. I have a very, very tiny beauty mark, as you can see right here. It's the little black dot. That's a recent, within the last maybe 5 years. Then I noticed I have a beauty mark there. I am starting to get moles though. As you can see, there's a little tiny mole where the tip of this is, up underneath my eye. My mom had them also, in the same spot. So they're hereditary, I guess. I don't know. I assume they are hereditary because, like I say, and I also see I have one there and one there. She also had them in the same spot, which is kind of cool, but also WTF. And she knew, she said, because I had started developing them before she died. Let's see if I can get my nose here. She had said, "Oh, you're getting moles in the same spot. You'll probably get them later in life too." She was like, "Yeah, I know you're starting to get them, but you'll probably get more later in life." And I was like, "Crap." And sure enough, I did. Okay. Now I'm kind of putting this concealer all up here. Because the 8 is a little bit off color, I guess. But that's fine because we're going to lighten everything up once I put on setting powder. Alright, so let me put her back in the kit. Alright, so now we're going to set that under eye. Because I'm not putting anything else under there. So this is the She Glam Insta Ready Face Under Eye Setting Powder Duo. So as I learned watching Robert Welsh and from watching Nikki tutorials, this is your under eye setting here. And you screw the top off, and this is setting powder. This is loose. This is pressed. This part is pressed setting powder. This part is loose setting powder. So we're going to take this, and I'm going to set under the eye. And see how that instantly lightened that up. Instantly. That is, I mean, that's an instant, I can tell an instant difference as soon as I put it on. See, it's a lighter powder color. Instant. Okay. Now, I'm not too concerned about this being all wonky because I am going to, set my face. But see how that lightened and brightened that up under my eye? And that's fine. Like I say, I'm gonna lighten this. I'm gonna brighten this up anyway when I set my face. But that's setting it with that. All right. Now that we have done our cream foundation products, let's talk about cream blush. So I got this new blush, Blush and Go. This is the Sephora Blush and Go, and it is in the shade On the Go. Now this is a very pretty pink. I've used it a little bit. And while I'm doing all this, let me grab, before I do this, I'm going to grab my cream blush brush and my cream brush. Okay. Because I'm going to need that in just a second. All right. So this is the cream liquid. This is the Morphe Cream Liquid Blush. M204 brush. It's really cool. I like it. Now, as we have learned, before I do this, as we have learned, 2 to 3 dots, put your cream on with your cream. So this is a liquid cream blush. You're going to put that on top of your liquid cream foundation. But 1 to 2, you don't need more than that. Okay. And then let me see. Okay. Okay. All right. 1, 2. All right. Now, the trick to doing this, tap to diffuse. Now, this ain't Juvia's Place liquid blush. And as y'all saw in my last weekly episode, please don't put 6 dots on. I had so much blush on my face, I look crazy. Oh my gosh, my face was so blushy down here. I was like, crap. As you can see, as I'm tapping this out, nice subtle blush effect. Nice blush effect. And I learned to do this just by watching other people do it, finally. And I can do it like that, but you want to diffuse it into the cream like that. See, it's a very subtle pink effect. Not crazy loud, too much blush. And I can tell y'all, Juvia's Place is super pigmented. So that is why when I did it, I had so much blush all down here. And the way I saved it was I used concealer. That was how I did it. But that's how subtle. See how that I taught myself. Subtle, not crazy looking blush. So it doesn't look crazy. All right. So now, if I wanted to stop there, I could. I'm going to use powder blush, and I am going to use Juvia's Place. Their powder blush, also super pigmented. So, we're going to be very good about that. But this, I really like this brush. I do. This is fantastic. And like I say, I learned, just tap it in to diffuse it. Instead of trying to swipe and rub and do all, you don't need to do that. Just tap. All right. So now we want to set it. And we're going to set with, trying to think, what color do I want to set with? Do I want to set with the She Glam, or do I want to set with the Juvia's Place? I think I want to set with the Juvia's Place. This is a little dark, just a tad. All right. So we're gonna set with the Juvia's Place. This is the I Am Magic loose setting powder in the shade Gobi. We're gonna set with this. And that's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like on the back. The I Am Magic. Really, really pleased with this. It's a little light for my liking, but I can't find another one to get another shade of it. So I'm trying to think. I need another, I need a tool. I'm trying to think where I put the tools. Oh, I did. I stuck them down here. Okay. I'm leaning off camera to grab it. Please don't fall. Let me grab it. Sorry. This is taking a second for me to grab this tool. And I dropped it anyway. God dang it. I dropped it anyway. Alright. Let's see if I got another tool. Yes, I do. Alright. I got extra tools up here. I should have just grabbed this from the beginning. Alright. And I do have my other one in the thing. So there's that. Alright, so powder puff, disposable. Alright. So as usual, per the usual, we're taking our powder. Dip your powder puff in. Take this. Diffuse it in your hand. And then set. Oh, a little bit too much there. But you can always pat it out. Note that it's keeping my blush. My hair is in the way as usual. Now, keep in mind, after I do this makeup, I'm not going anywhere. Except maybe to go get something to eat. Because it's 9:30 almost. So, yeah, I'm not doing anything special. So I can afford to kind of screw my face up if I want to. Alright, so the only problem with this is that it's giving me these random stray marks everywhere that I don't want. A little bit too light for what I'm trying to do here. But it'll be alright. It's a little light. I say this is a little light for my liking, but I could always darken it down if I absolutely need to. And I may do that with more Juvia's Place. My hair is, of course, getting in the way. My hair is all in the way. And yes, I know I already set under my eye, but here we are. Just call it for my convenience sake that I am doing it again. I kind of already did it. Yes, I know I didn't put too much up under here, but otherwise it'll look like I have a mask on. That's one of the things I have to be careful about. Okay. Alright, face is set. Blush is still there. Look at that. Blush is definitely still there. But we're going to add more. So, good deal. Alright. Very, very pleased. That face is set down. Okay. But y'all can see my blush is still there. Right there. Alright. So, now that we have set the face, let us go in with more blush. Now we're going to use our powder because we've now locked it down with powder. And then you put your, if you're going to use, and you can use liquid and cream blush. You just have to put it on at the right stages. So this is the Juvia's Place Blushed Rouge. This is their blush duo. in volume 5. This is color volume 5. And I don't know what the colors are here. This is more of a magenta and more of a little slightly deeper pink, as you can see. So, let me get my powder brush. Now, I'm going to take this. I'm going into the bottom of this palette. And I'm going to dust. Tap. Oh, see, there it is. You can see I got color. Look at that. Learning how to do this right has been fun. I can give you that. See, you can now see it. Before, when I was doing this, you couldn't see it. But I can actually see that now. Instead of trying to swipe and do all of that, I can actually see that. Down to my cheek. The apples of my cheeks. Okay. Very pretty. You're very pretty, ba. That's what my husband calls me. He's like, you are very pretty, ba. You know, like, pretty, ba. So blush. You see how that? So excited that turned out well. Okay. Now I'm gonna do my lips, and then we're gonna set, and we should be done. I'm leaning off camera for just a second because I need to get a liner for my lips. I don't know what color I want to do though. Oh, I don't know what color I want to do. I'll do the beige. I'm gonna do. Okay. So I might just start with the NYX. All right. So this is the NYX professional makeup retractable lip liner in the shade Cocoa. So I'm just lining these lips. Okay. Okay. So I think that's going to be very pretty with what I got going on. All right. So lips are lined. Let's go in. This, I bought this many moons ago, and I've never used it. This is the NK Lip Shine Lip Gloss. And it is in the shade A62 Glory. Which is very apropos. My mom's name was Gloria, and her nickname was Glory. Oh. Okay. Now I had this before. I had lip gloss from the NK lip gloss line, and I have a few more shades of this somewhere. But I very seldom. Like I say, I stopped wearing lip gloss for a good minute. Because I stopped wearing makeup for a good minute. And so I bought it, but I hadn't used it. That is gorgeous. And it shows up on my lips. Wow. Y'all, that's stunning. Wow. That is absolutely stunning. Look at that. Damn, that was a good choice on my part. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. Whew. I mean, my eyes is popping, these lips is popping, this blush is popping. I mean, this is damn girl. um, and I'm trying to think, do I want to do some highlighter on this or not? I could. I don't think I will though. I think it's fine like this. But dang, I look like somebody grandma from the 70s. Before Mr. Fred got to him. All right, so now hopefully also too, I have been charging up Mr. Sweetful fan this whole time because Mr. Sweetful died on me when I was trying to do my makeup the other day, and I was like, sir, I will give you. You have held a long charge for a minute here, but I kind of need you, buddy, because I'm trying to dry my face real quick, and so hopefully he's charged up now. Let me see, because we're gonna use a new setting spray, and it is not like the infallible where I don't need to dry. Of course it fell down there because now I can't reach it. All right, let's see if I can grab it. I've been charging him the whole time. Hopefully he'll cooperate. Let's see. I wonder if I can turn it on while I'm... Oh, I can turn him on while he's charging. Okay, Mr. Sweetful. Thank you, Mr. Sweetful. So, all right. We're ready to go. Because I can turn him on while he's charging. I thought I had to unplug him while he was... to use him. But I can... You see, I just turned it on while it was charging. All right. So we're going to use this new setting spray because this is it. This is the She Glam Locked In Setting Spray. Keep your makeup fresh all day. 16-hour long lasting. Oh, baby, we're not keeping this on for the next 16 hours. But I want to see how this works. I ordered this in the last beauty haul and I'm wanting to see how this is going to work. All right, so let's go. Ooh, Mr. Sweetful was trying to fall. It smells interesting. I will give it that. This packaging is interesting too. It's in a bullet shape. Okay, my face is a little wet. All right. So I'm drying my face. Yeah, I'm very pleased with how this look turned out, y'all. Very pleased. This smells. Setting spray smells interesting. Smells not floral, but it's not chemically either. It smells nice. I really am pleased with this look. This turned out really nicely. Got Mr. Sweetful here. I have a charger thing here that charges, that keeps my mirror plugged up, my Barbie mirror plugged up, and so I also have a like a 6-port hub, and I can plug this in too while I'm sitting here. So that's good. But yeah, y'all, look at these lips. I mean, I'm very pleased with these lips. Very pleased. I was not expecting that. And the brown was a great choice to do the opposite color of it. Because it definitely makes the lips look big. I mean, my lips are already big, but here we are. They makes them look bigger. Okay. All right. My face is dry. Okay. I need to let this sit and charge up. So I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to see if I can lean off camera, see if I can put him somewhere over here. Okay. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the completed look. Ooh, y'all. I showed out on this face with these new products. Okay. Look at increased skill too. That is increased skill. To know how to get that blush to do what I wanted it to do without looking crazy. Because that was my problem. Because when you first start to learn how to do blush, bruh, that blush, listen, learn how to do blush is no joke. And learn how to do it right where you don't look quite clownish and it's too much. Liquid blush in particular, like blush like this, that's hard to get that right and get it, where it's not crazy looking. So I am very pleased with that beauty haul that I just did. I'm very pleased. I got a lot of products, things that I like, things that I think are going to be great. Very pleased. Very, very pleased. So this was a good haul. This was a good buying and trying. I love the finished completed look. It's turned out really pretty and gorgeous color. And I mean, the payoff on the eyes paid off. The payoff on the lips paid off. So I will be using more of that blush. And two, because both of the blushes turned out really well. And I'm going to start incorporating highlighter. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and see more of our videos later. We have this series, Buying and Trying. We have the beauty haul. We have the breakdown. And we have our main series. Thanks for watching. And we'll come back and see you later. Peace.